bypass is just a standstill, complete lockdown. And Mombasa Road towards South B, South C, there's a lot of traffic. But Raila Odinga Way is also completely jam-packed, and you cannot find a way out of that road, of course. Yeah. You can't get any communication down there. It's crazy. It's too jam-packed in that road. But if you come towards Upper Hill, Link Road, it's also jam-packed. Kenyatta Ngong Road, of course, between Kenyatta National Hospital towards Harling Greenhouse, towards Harlequins, is totally jam-packed. The whole of that road on both sides of the road is too busy. Joseph Kangede Road is extremely busy. If you go towards Jogoo Road is jam-packed. I don't know whether guys are running from this rain, which impending rains, but it's jam-packed everywhere. Mombasa Road, jam-packed. Murang'a Road, jam-packed. If you go towards Thika Superhighway, the moment you reach St. Benedict's Parish Church, all the way to GSU, Allsops, and all the way to Mountain Mall and Garden City, it's a whole jam-packed. But from there, there's a relief. But when you go up towards Carrefour on Thika Road Mall, there's also a lot of traffic up there. So it seems that our roads are not doing very well. So if you're driving, please use alternative routes, or you have to wait a bit to see if the traffic could go down. Lunga Road, jam-packed. Donholm area, there's a lot of traffic there. Manyanja Road is working well, but towards the roundabout there on the Outer Ring Road is also jam-packed. So that's how the traffic looks like. It's not a very good day if you're traveling in the city of Nairobi. You will have to deal with traffic jam wherever you go. Now, let me look at beyond what we are discussing is that we talked about Raila Odinga Jr.'s explanation to what people were mocking him all about. We also looked at, a few minutes ago, we looked at him being installed as the leader of the family. But away from that, we are in the studio with none other but Collins Mtindi, Kolo, musician, a gentleman who also does farming, and he's very happy that the rains are about to pour so that he can make a bit of money from tomato farming.
Yeah.
So do you love, what is the difference? What are other things do you farm? Tomato and what else? Tomato and what
Tomatoes.
else? Yeah.
This is my first time doing tomatoes in large quantity.
Yeah.
But I mainly focus my energy on horticulture, on vegetables, kienyeji, the likes of mito, saget, managu, kanzira. Yes, and also do the normal cabbage and sukuma wiki, of course, because every day it has to.
Kenyans eat a lot of sukuma wiki.
Yeah, Kenyans love sukuma wiki so much. Although wanaikulaga na maringo, they say, oh, acid nini, but that is the vegetable that goes.
But sukuma wiki has acid.
Again, thanks to Kevis that they discovered, they have seeds. There's a seed from a certain company that it is acid free.
Oh.
Yes.
So you can...
It is normal sukuma wiki, but now it is, I think it is the indigenous sukuma wiki now propagated with another variety to bring a variety that is acid free.
It's like beans.
Yes, there's some beans now. There's yellow beans, and there's green army that don't have gas. You see, yeah, and brown army also. So yes, we have no excuses not to eat sukuma wikis nowadays.
So, Kolo, when did you start farming? When did you say this is it? I'll supplement my music with farming.
To be honest, after high school, I went to my father's home. Or my dad sent me to his home to look for, to keep up with it. So there was no one there.
To look after the farm.
To look after, to just be a caretaker. There was no one living there at that moment because it was just a new bomber. It was a new bomber, a new house that has been constructed, no kitchen, no nothing. So I started life there. There's a whole land. My dad was not productive, you see, because he was employed by the government. So while there, I started planting flowers. I started collecting flowers, seeds. By the time I am realizing I am a distributor of flowers, and at some point I became a florist because I had so many flowers. So people from different functions will come, churches, they'll come, I make centerpiece for them. I made a lot of money from being a florist. And so after that, I found a job, 9 to 5, white collar job. And then at some point, mambo ikanchokesha, this traffic thing. And then I lost my job at some point also. So I decided now to come back to music. And then when I was doing music, when I just began music, Corona happened. 2020 now. I was 2 years in music. And 2018 is when I blew up. So 2020, Corona started on March 13th. And actually on that March 13th, we had a very big show at the showgrounds for differently abled people, organized by Sunshine Rally, Rotary. So Corona happened, and then we had to go back to the drawing board. No movement, cessation of movement, no shows. That is when online shows started. Me, as a DJ then, I did not go the direction most people went. As online DJing, I started farming. So, because I realized, hii nyumba unga inaisha sana. So I started farming to feed my family.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that interest came, customers wakaanza, hey, unaweza niuzia kidogo, kivo, gradually it became something big. And I love it.
So farming, Corona pushed you to farming, which is very understandable.
Yeah, it pushed me to farming. But then I went to School of Agriculture, Egerton University. So farming is, it's just
so your education background, you are in the university?
Yes.
Where you studied agriculture at the Egerton?
Yes.
And that, what?
So I dropped it. I didn't finish. I didn't finish because I had different interests. You know me, I'm an artist. Different things interest me, different creative things. So I dropped from the university. But then this thing came and picked me up again. You see? Okay. So Corona really pushed me to it.
So now Collins Mtindi is a farmer, a musician, was a DJ. He's a jack of all trades.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to go for a short break. When we come back, of course, we're going for news. But before I take the break, one of the most interesting things is that President William Samoei Ruto today was in the burial of the IG's father in Thome, Laikipia, and he talked tough. He talked tough about one of the legislations he passed on the same day Raila Odinga passed on in India. And one of the laws was the Cyberbullying and Crimes Act, which will be the cyber law. And we've had a problem with it, ladies and gentlemen, because it imposes a big fine on some misdeclarations, which I find that it's not fair. So today, the president said that that the truth must be told, that people should stop propaganda. We cannot turn our children into pornography addicts and allow threatening our own security because of misinformation. Listen and learn and listen again. Actually, that's Alfred Mutua, who was responding to what the president had just spoken about. And we have a problem with the cyber law because it's a blanket law, and we do not like blanket laws. There are some segments which need a relook, and that's why people have gone to court and to suspend, of course, my good friend Ruben Kigame, the artist, the preacher, and also radio presenter. Ruben Kigame, presidential candidate, has gone to court challenging the cyber law, and I think it's right, because we cannot go through an act like that without challenging it. In fact, we need to relook into it and make it a more palatable law. Those 10 years imprisonment and all that does not sit well. So I find that the law must be amended to suit the needs of the society. We cannot create a law that does not suit the needs of a society. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's on just at the top of the hour, so I'll invite DJ Chams on the 1 and 2, and then we will get into